I love my husband, but every night when he touches me, I just want to pretend I'm asleep.
That was the tearful whisper of Linda, 57, from Arizona. A woman who had enjoyed a happy marriage for over 30 years until she reached menopause. Linda didn't hate her husband, but her body stopped responding. No more desire, no more sensation, and gradually, she felt like she was disappearing from her own relationship. Linda's story is not unique. According to a 2022 survey by the North American Menopause Society, over 60% of women over 50 in the U.S. experience a decrease in sexual desire, and nearly 70% of them have never discussed it with a doctor. Why? Because they feel ashamed, because they believe, maybe I'm just getting old, maybe this is normal. But no, this is not normal, and it's certainly not irreversible. Modern science has shown certain natural supplements, when used correctly, can reactivate feminine hormones, improve blood circulation, and revive sexual desire once thought lost forever. So what are these supplements? Where can you find them? And how do you use them safely, effectively, and without side effects? All of that will be revealed in today's video, with 5 natural supplements that boost sexual desire in women. And if you're a woman silently struggling with your own body after 50, stay until the end of this video. And don't forget to subscribe to 50 Plus Health Guardian, because we're here to walk this journey with you. Vitamin E plus ginseng, the emotion-activating duo for menopausal women. You may have heard of vitamin E as an anti-aging nutrient for skin. But few people know that when combined with ginseng, it can do more than rejuvenate skin. It can help reawaken romantic feelings that seem long dormant in menopausal women. This isn't hearsay, it's scientifically backed. According to a study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine, 2020, 62 postmenopausal women were given a combination of vitamin E and ginseng for 6 weeks. The results were striking. 78% reported increased sexual desire. 65% reported less vaginal dryness. Nearly 50% said they reached orgasm more easily. This is significant because the drop in estrogen during menopause not only decreases libido but also causes vaginal dryness, sensitivity, and discomfort during intimacy. The vitamin E plus ginseng duo is believed to boost pelvic blood flow, enhance natural physiological responses, and reactivate emotional pathways that have gone cold. Mechanism of action. Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant that protects cell membranes and improves circulation. Better blood flow leads to increased arousal and readiness. Ginseng, especially Korean red ginseng, contains active compounds called ginsenosides, which have been shown to stimulate nitric oxide production, causing blood vessels to dilate, enhance neurotransmitters linked to sexual pleasure, stabilize mood, and reduce menopausal fatigue. This is why in traditional Chinese and Korean medicine, ginseng is referred to as a miracle herb that balances yin and yang, restores life energy, and reawakens feminine emotions. Caution: use responsibly like all supplements. This duo must not be taken carelessly. Researchers at the Mayo Clinic warn high doses or use beyond 3 months may cause insomnia, rapid heartbeat, or hormonal imbalance. Ginseng can interact with diabetes medications, blood thinners, or antidepressants, increasing the risk of adverse effects. Vitamin E is not completely risk-free either. If taken in high doses, over 400 IU day for long periods, it may increase the risk of blood clotting issues or trigger side effects in those with cardiovascular conditions. Who should use it? The vitamin E plus ginseng duo is suitable for postmenopausal women, those who haven't had a period for at least 12 months, experiencing decreased sexual desire and lack of intimacy interest, vaginal dryness or pain during intercourse, emotional disconnection and a loss of feminine self, However, perimenopausal women, still having regular periods, should not take high-dose ginseng without supervision, as it can disrupt natural hormone balance. Recommended usage: choose capsules that contain vitamin E, 100-200 IU, and Korean red ginseng, 200 to 400 milliliter. Do not use for more than 3 consecutive months without consulting a physician. Prioritize products that are clinically tested and certified by third parties like USP or NSFIN. Conclusion: vitamin E and ginseng are not magic cures, but they are natural, science-supported options with low risk for women over 50 who wish to reclaim their feminine vitality and emotional intimacy. If you've been hesitant about hormone replacement therapy or don't want to rely on strong medications just yet, this may be a gentle and worthwhile place to start. L-Arginine, the amino acid of love, unlocking circulation and sensation. Did you know that desire begins with blood flow? It may sound clinical, but the truth is, if blood doesn't flow properly to the pelvic region, the sexual organs won't receive enough signals. The result? Vaginal dryness, decreased sensitivity, difficulty reaching orgasm. And that's when a natural compound called L-Arginine becomes a silent savior for thousands of middle-aged women. What is L-Arginine? L-Arginine is a semi-essential amino acid, meaning your body can produce it, but its production declines sharply after age 40. It helps the body generate nitric oxide, NO, a molecule that dilates blood vessels and increases blood flow to the genital area. This leads to improved vaginal lubrication, enhanced clitoral sensitivity, more natural physiological responses during intimacy. Scientific evidence: a clinical trial published in the American Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology, 2021, involved 77 women aged 42-65. After 4 weeks of taking 1,600 milligrams of L-Arginine daily, results showed 85% reported improved vaginal moisture, 70% felt increased pleasure, nearly 50% reached orgasm more easily. No serious side effects were noted in the study, just a few mild cases of bloating during the first week of use. But the benefits of L-Arginine go beyond physical sensation. Nitric oxide also plays a role in emotional regulation and brain response. Researchers at Cleveland Clinic found that improved blood flow can help the brain send clearer desire signals, especially important for menopausal women who are prone to emotional disconnect during intimacy. Natural sources of L-Arginine. You don't have to rely on pills. L-Arginine is also found in everyday foods like chicken, pork, salmon, Greek yogurt, pineapple, sunflower seeds, soybeans. However, reaching therapeutic levels through diet alone is unrealistic, which is why standardized supplementation is more effective. Warnings and contraindications. According to Mayo Clinic, L-Arginine should not be used by people who recently had a heart attack, are on high-dose blood pressure medication, have poorly controlled blood sugar. Why? Because L-Arginine's strong vasodilation effect may cause sudden drops in blood pressure if not monitored. Safe usage recommendations. Start with 500-1,000 millimole per day. Maximum dose, 2,000 millimole a day with doctor's supervision. Take before meals or 60-90 minutes before intimacy. Do not combine with Viagra or other vasodilators without medical advice. Conclusion: if you've ever thought that feelings of love, desire, and passion were gone for good, think again. Sometimes what you're missing isn't hormones, it's circulation. And L-Arginine could be the key to restarting the emotional flow you thought was lost forever. DHEA, the sleeping hormone, and the truth you need before taking it. You may have never heard of DHEA, but your body has been producing it every day, at least until you crossed age 50. DHEA, dehydroepiandrosterone, is a precursor hormone, meaning it's not a sex hormone itself, but it converts into estrogen and testosterone, both crucial for libido and sexual satisfaction. In youth, your adrenal glands produce plenty of DHEA, but starting in your 30s, DHEA levels decline about 2% each year. By age 60, your levels may be just 20% of what they were at 25. That drop leads to chronic fatigue, decreased libido, weakened emotional and physiological responses. Notable study, a 2013 study from the University of Pisa, Italy, tested 75 milligrams of DHEA daily on 50 perimenopausal women for 8 weeks. Results showed that 68% of participants reported increased sexual desire, better quality of intimacy, feeling more feminine overall. DHEA was also shown to improve bone density, increase energy, support memory. Sounds amazing, right? But it's not that simple. A 2019 meta-analysis from the Cochrane database, reviewing dozens of studies with over 200 women, concluded DHEA does not consistently improve sexual function and may pose serious risks if used unsupervised. Potential side effects of DHEA: facial hair growth, acne, and oily skin, like during puberty, insomnia and overstimulation, may worsen depression or anxiety when used improperly, and most concerning, increased risk of breast and ovarian cancer with long-term use, especially at doses over 100 mg a day. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, does not approve DHEA as a drug. It is classified only as a dietary supplement, which means there is no strict regulation of its quality or dosage. How to use DHEA safely. If you truly need it, get a hormone test first, especially for DHEA, testosterone, estradiol, cortisol. Based on your results, a physician can determine, do you genuinely have a DHEA deficiency? Do you need supplementation? At what dose? When should you retest for side effects? Suggested use. Safe starting dose, 25-50 milligrams day. Take in the morning, avoid at night, may cause insomnia. Do not use for more than 3 consecutive months without specialist oversight. Who should avoid DHEA? Anyone with a history of breast cancer, ovarian cancer, or uterine fibroids. Those currently on other hormone therapies, synthetic estrogen or testosterone. Individuals with liver, kidney, or unstable psychiatric conditions. Conclusion: DHEA may act as a spark to reignite libido in some middle-aged women. But for others, it's an uncontrolled flame that could burn down their hormonal balance if misused. If you're feeling exhausted and emotionally disconnected, step back first. Test, evaluate carefully, and only take DHEA under medical supervision. Because, with hormones, especially in women over 50, a small mistake can lead to lifelong consequences. Zinc, the forgotten mineral that can awaken feminine desire. You may have heard that zinc is essential for men because it's linked to testosterone. But here's the truth. Women need testosterone too, especially after age 50. And zinc is a key mineral that helps your body naturally produce this hormone. Many women don't realize that. Zinc deficiency can lead to fatigue, low libido, difficulty achieving orgasm, and a loss of emotional connection. This isn't just a vague feeling, it's a measurable biological condition. Scientific evidence. A 2021 study from the University of Delhi tested 116 postmenopausal women. Those who took 30 milligrams of zinc daily for 12 weeks showed an 18% increase in natural bioavailable testosterone, reduced vaginal dryness, improved sexual pleasure and satisfaction frequency. The study also reported better energy and mood, with participants saying they felt more excited about everything, not just sex. Why is zinc so important? Zinc activates enzymes that produce sex hormones in the pituitary gland and ovaries. It helps stabilize dopamine, the neurotransmitter responsible for pleasure and motivation. It supports immune function and reduces inflammation, which indirectly improves vaginal health, lowering infection and dryness. Zinc doesn't just affect physical intimacy. It also helps prevent mild depression in postmenopausal women, according to Harvard Women's Health Watch, 2019. Where can you find zinc? Zinc-rich foods include oysters, the highest natural source, pumpkin seeds, easy and convenient, lentils, whole grains, eggs, red meat, Greek yogurt. However, the USN Haynes Nutrition Survey reports that up to 40% of women over 50 do not meet the recommended daily intake of 8 to 10 milligrams a day. Side effects of incorrect use. Supplementing zinc is beneficial, but improper dosing can lead to mineral imbalance. According to Mayo Clinic, doses 50 milligrams a day may cause nausea, diarrhea, headaches, and reduced copper-magnesium absorption. Long-term high-dose use can disrupt hormonal balance, worsening fatigue and libido loss. Safe usage recommendations. Recommended dose for women over 50, 815 milligrams a day. Choose zinc citrate or zinc gluconate. Better absorption than zinc oxide. Avoid combining with high-dose iron supplements. They compete for absorption. Can be paired with vitamin B6 or magnesium for enhanced effect. Who should consider zinc supplementation? Postmenopausal women who eat little red meat. Those experiencing chronic fatigue, low libido, or irritability. Women prone to urinary tract infections or vaginal inflammation. Conclusion: you don't need expensive hormone therapies or complicated medical interventions to rediscover your vitality. Sometimes just a small mineral like zinc, taken at the right dose and time, is enough to reignite your feminine instincts. Because a woman's vitality isn't defined by age. It's defined by how actively she cares for her hormones, emotions, and well-being. Maca root, ginseng of the Andes, and a new hope for perimenopausal women. When the native people of Peru call maca the root of life, they're not just talking about energy, they're talking about vitality, sexual desire, and emotional connection in love. Maca is a root vegetable that grows high in the Andes Mountains, over 4,000 meters above sea level. Its harsh, natural environment may explain why maca carries such powerful biological properties, especially for women's endocrine systems. What does science say about maca? A 2015 study published in the Menopause Journal followed 57 perimenopausal women. After 6 weeks of taking 2 grams of maca powder daily, they reported a notable increase in sexual desire, increased energy, and reduced mild depression, improved sleep quality, and stronger emotional connection with their partner. Another study at Massachusetts General Hospital found that while maca doesn't significantly change estrogen or testosterone levels, it activates the hypothalamus-pituitary-ovarian axis, helping to regulate a woman's biological rhythms. So how does maca help women over 50? Maca is not a hormone, but it can enhance emotional and physiological responsiveness, reduce anxiety and increase arousal, improve pelvic blood circulation, reduce vaginal dryness and increase orgasmic response. Interestingly, maca is especially effective for perimenopausal women, those in the transitional stage before menstruation stops. This phase is marked by unstable hormones, fluctuating symptoms, and intense emotional shifts. Caution: when using maca. Though it's natural, maca should not be taken recklessly or in excessive amounts. Reported side effects from improper use include mild digestive issues, bloating, diarrhea, sleep disturbances if taken at night, increased heart rate or mild hot flashes in highly sensitive individuals. Safe usage guidelines: use gelatinized maca powder, easier to digest than raw maca. Recommended dose: 1 to 3 teaspoons per day, mixed into milk, smoothies, or oatmeal. best taken in the morning to avoid insomnia. Use in cycles, 6 weeks on, 2 weeks off, then repeat. Maca also comes in capsule form, typically 500 to 1500 mg per capsule. Who should avoid maca? Individuals with thyroid disorders, due to high goitrogen content, women on hormone replacement therapy, HRT, those with insomnia or unmanaged heart conditions, real-life experiences, many women over 50 in the US have shared, on health forums. I never imagined a simple maca smoothie every morning could make me feel alive again. It's not about turning back time, it's about renewal. A slow, natural awakening that reminds them they are still whole, vibrant, and deeply feminine. Conclusion: maca is not a miracle cure, but for women rediscovering themselves after 50, it may be a gentle, safe, and inspiring start to reconnecting with their bodies and their partners. Because turning 50 doesn't end your desire. It's simply a new chapter waiting for you to write it, with passion and ownership. Thought. You don't need to be young again, you just need to reconnect with yourself. You've just explored 5 natural supplements that can help rekindle desire, emotion, and feminine vitality after 50. And you may be asking yourself, which one should I choose? Will it really work? Or is it all just marketing hype? The truth is, there's no magic pill that will transform you overnight. But each supplement, when used properly, consistently, and with care, can help you reclaim a part of who you truly are. You don't need to be young again. You just need to feel connected to your feminine self, to still feel moved, to still feel confident and full of desire, to still want to love and to be loved fully. Turning 50 is not the end. It's the moment you gain the right to own your body, your emotions, and your relationships. If you're overwhelmed by hormones, medications, or conflicting advice, start with what's natural, science-backed, and safe. Maybe it's a maca smoothie in the morning, a vitamin E plus ginseng capsule before bed, or just a few pumpkin seeds with breakfast to boost your zinc. All it takes is a first step. And if you want to keep receiving practical, science-based, and easy-to-follow health tips, subscribe to the 50 Plus Health Guardian channel now. Because we're here to help you live well, live empowered, and live joyfully. At any age, you are not alone. And you deserve to be loved, not just by others, but first and foremost, by yourself. Welcome to 50 Plus Health Guardian, where you don't just live longer, but live better.